Young Izzy, baby. What's up with it, y'all? What's going on? How we doing? Young Evolvers, Young AllStars. If you didn't know, now you know. It's Young Izzy of We Are Evolution, the host, the one and only. I'm here representing individuality, free thinking, and breaking the rules. You know what I'm saying? You know what I like doing in the beginning. We got the Young Vicious Tigers. We got my dog Jeremy in the building. My boy, what's up with it, bro? You know what I mean? And listen, I want to tell y'all this first before we vibe out to the music, because you know how I like to do. Listen, I apologize. The schedule just got a little mixed up. We're going to get it tomorrow night. We're going to do something for y'all. We're going to get this shit cracking. But I got something for y'all. Title of this is Power Positivity. We got some things going. What's up, Celeste? How you doing? If you're new here, because I noticed you're new here, we like to vibe out. Put stars in the chat. Let's vibe out. Good to see you, by the way. I ain't spoke to you in a minute. Tell me how you love her. Knowing heaven's right above her. We, you know what I'm saying? Star representation. Y'all like the new background? I'm working on it right now. Like, I think instead of, you see how I have the bed? I think I'm gonna get like a little setup, like a little top right there. Get the bar sign head up, and then get the paintings up there like that. Hey, she put the stars in the chat. That's what I'm talking about. I already came into the building with it. Sex change. Listen, I'm gonna show y'all. This is what y'all need to do, bro. Listen, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Y'all need to feel like this, bro. Can you see this? Let me know if you can see it. Y'all need to feel like this. This right here is life, bro. You need the world in your hands, bro. I'm showing that because I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. You gotta have the world in your hands. Man, shout out to thank you to the artist. I appreciate you. I think I got this for my birthday. She said this best represents me. So I appreciate it so much. You know we at the top and knowing heaven's right above it. Alright. Cause I love this song, bro. It's so good. It's empowering as fuck, bro. You know, everything that we do on this side is empowering. You dig? You know what I'm saying? Alright, we finna get this thing going. Can you hear me right? Jeremy, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let me know. Can you hear me? Alright. We finna talk about this shit, man. Hold on. Give it like 15 seconds. How's everyone doing today? First and foremost, I appreciate it. We got Graphic Teaser in the building. What's up, Graphic Teaser? How you feeling, man? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. You like the setup? You know what I'm saying? Got a little bar sign and shit. How you feeling, man? You know what I'm saying? We finna get this thing together, bro. But for the topic today, what I just put on the live, the power of positivity. But here's the thing with that, though. The only thing, here's what I'm gonna say about the power of positivity, right? Something that I just encountered today. Let me tell y'all something, bro. I wrote this down because y'all know I'm a writer. When people are miserable, they question those who are joyful. Let me tell y'all why I say that right. What's the good, Tasha? When you have an optimistic attitude, at this network club, I talk about it often, but I'm over there right now, like I'm with all these people. And all these people question me. Like they all kind of grouped up, and then they came to me while we was in the office, and they was like, hey, I think, you know what, we all think you fake. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all think you fake. Like, we all think that your kindness or your upbeat, optimistic, joyful attitude is not who you are. Like, you know, are you a showman, or this is like, or are you really like this? And I was telling them, I said, first and foremost, we not cool like that. So I'm not finna just go around disregarding anybody, you know what I'm saying? And being like, oh, you know, it's like just being some type of shit. I don't know how people are. People go through bad things every single day, bro. The people that you walk by normally at a store, at an arcade, or wherever the fuck you on a date, these people be living bad as hell, man. Like, some of these people really be going through it. So I just be cool, calm, and collective, and I'll go about my day, say what's up, you know what I'm saying? Go about that type of lifestyle. But I also told him, I was like, listen, I also live a very joyful lifestyle. Like, my life is amazing. Like, I'm grateful for my life. I'm alive at this moment. It's nothing but gratitude. And my optimism comes just from the fact that I'm here right now. And I'm choosing to be here, and that's where I want to go. You know what I mean? And then to them, they were like, they ain't never heard nothing like that. Mind you, these are the same people sometimes. And I think you guys may know about, you may encounter these type of people, or you may be that person. But people be like, you know how people, I don't like saying these words, so take it with a grain of salt, because this is not how I really talk. I don't even like to say it, but just because words are powerful. But they're like, I just want to go home and I want to crawl up in a circle and just die. Like, I hate my life. And, like, you know, they call themselves dumb. Like, they call themselves all these things. These are the same people that say they're pessimistic about themselves, right? They're just mad negative. And to me, I'm like, I'm not like that. Like, I actually give a fuck about my life. I actually care about what I do and how, you know, like how I feel, how I move. So they're like, I ain't. But what I'm trying to tell y'all is that when there's misery and there's something that's joyful like yourself, they're not gonna fuck with that. They're not gonna like it. They're not gonna like it because what I said before in another live, and I'm gonna say it again, is that people don't like when you're not a part of their language. I'm talking different from them. I'm saying something completely different. I'm saying that I give a fuck about my life. Like, I care about this. Like, I'm grateful. Like, what you mean? Like, I'm happy. Like, I'm always on 10. But in the 10, meaning that I'm always impactful. I'm always giving exceptional value. I'm always grateful. I have an upbeat attitude. It's not a show. You think if that was a show, I couldn't keep up with that the whole time. It's really crazy to see people really keep up with that. We got my dog, DJ Ready on the bill. You know what I'm saying? What's up, bro? Dog Darius. But it's a lot of work to keep up with the fact that you got to be fake and be a showman. You know how much work that is? You know how that's why actors, maybe they take their time with different movies, because, bro, they're playing a role that they're not. So what I'm saying to say is this, that salute. But what I'm saying to say is that because misery loves company, right? So that's why there's groups of people. But they're going to question an optimistic, upbeat, grateful, joyful attitude. It's just gonna happen. Whether you care about yourself, whether you confident, whether you just happy. You know what? Maybe you just lay back and chill, but you're not interfering with nothing. You're really just cooling, and everybody else just like, I hate life, man. I want to go do this. I want to go do that. Or, you know, I ain't shit. I'm losing it. I'm dumb. Like, I don't even like saying those words, but it's true. People can say that. They're going to be like, yeah, I feel that. Yeah, you know, I'm like that. And they're going to be like, you know, maybe I'm in the table with them. And I'm like, I mean, shit, life is amazing. Like, what? I don't understand that. I don't understand how people move that way. But the reason why they thought I was suspect, and DJ, you just came in, bro, but basically I'm talking about why, you know, misery loves company and misery looks at joyful people as suspect. But because once you give a fuck and you care about your life, people are going to look at you different. They're going to look at you, but where's the complaints? We got my dog, Christian, where's that in the building? My dog, Verona. But they're going to be like, where's the complaints? Why don't you hate yourself? Why don't you give a fuck about yourself? Why are you not letting yourself go? Like, what are we doing? Like, that is the type of time and people are on, though. People don't like seeing people happy. Like, I said, listen, people can find any reason to complain, bro. Any reason. I could be sitting there just drinking some tea. Someone could complain about why is he just sitting there drinking tea, all happy. Like, why is he just by himself? He should be with a bitch. Or why is he by himself? He should be with spending some time with his family. That you see the mentality though. The mentality from those people are saying, I gotta complain about something because, you know, he's alone. He's doing something for himself, or he's doing this. I hate my life, so I gotta project it outwards, bro. People project onto people who are confident and joyous and optimistic in their life, bro. Why can't I be content with what I do? And I'm not saying that like in a sense like I want to know the answer, because I already know the answer. I've been dealing with this my whole life. Not even dealing, but I've been embracing this my whole life. There we go. This is just what happens. When you a motherfucker that's on top, you're your own king in this world. You're your own person, your own ruler. This is your life. The world is mine type of attitude. People gonna hate it. It's just what it is. People not gonna like it because you don't fit into what the fuck they talking about. You see what I'm saying? Let's get some stars in the chat. Let's get some stars in the chat. Put some stars in the chat. Let's get some shine going on, dog. Cause we talking about this for real. This is what we do, man. This is what we do. You know, the more I've been advancing and leveling up, the more I've been seeing, the more I've been encountering these things, bro. Like, people been trying to figure me out. People been trying to see, like, what I got going on in certain settings, professional settings. And they're like, you know, like, who are you really? Why do you come off of this certain way? Like, of course I got a joyous attitude, but at the same time, it's like, bro, like, there's an intrigue, you know, salute. We got the stars in the motherfucking chat, you know what's up with it. But there's a certain intrigue that comes with it. But the intrigue, it only comes with that because they're like, I think this person isn't real. But then when they really speak to me, they understand that this is actually who the fuck I am. I don't have nothing to hide. You know when they told me that? When they got to me on the table and we was all talking? Bro, it was 5 of them. And we was sitting at the table. And we was all around, we just sitting and we was talking, and they said, we all think that you're fake. We think it's suspect. Is your kindness really real? Is who you are, your upbeat attitude real? And I said, yeah, like, this is who the fuck I am. You know what I mean? I live a joyous lifestyle, bro. But what I'm saying is that, like, when society affects, okay, 2 things. One, people are projecting their fear and their insecurities onto the person who's living authentically, because they're like, why are you like this and why am I not? So I gotta call you out and think you're suspect because you're not like this. And 2 is because society and the way people grew up, they're conditioned to feel a some type of fucking way about people who are genuine and authentic. So they're like, there has to be something malicious. Yo, hold, pause. But there has to be something malicious about this person. This person gotta be tactical. They're like, what? Why is he moving this way? To me, bro, this is how I live. But let's go a little deeper. Is that when you are being authentic and you're putting yourself out into the world, people are gonna project themselves on you all the time, whether you think it or not. They're gonna project their hate, insecurities, nervousness, excuses, anything like that. But the only reason they do that is because you're pure. Because you're pure, they're like, I can put it onto this person. But when you're pure, you also have boundaries. When you're authentic, because authenticity knows boundaries. Pureness is a baby. It's naive. It doesn't know too much. But when you have that authenticity, they see it. You see for things for what they are, but people have no choice but to question you in some type of way because of how you moving, bro. And to me, like, I'm grateful that I got the inner strength now to just like be like, I see where you're coming from. Like, I even call their ass out. I'm like, bro, don't even try to project yourself on me. Like, bro, this is who I really am. I'm not even trying to move in no type of way, but you're basically a mirror to the world. You're a mirror. People see you as who they want to be. So it's like a fight or flight. People got to choose a name, a label. They got to choose something. Shout out Steve the Dean because he said that. But it's like you got to choose something to fit this person into a category, because you don't get it, bro. And to me, it's asinine, but I understand it. That's the madness in it, is that I can live like this and glow, but I get why you would feel that type of way, because you've been hurt, you're insecure, and you're full of trauma. So when you see someone that's genuinely moving in a way that's not ill, you're gonna question it, bro, because it's just the way society's been hurt, the way people been hurt, and it passes on. That passes on, bro. And to me, I see that as an opportunity to uplift those people in some type of way. You know what I mean? And sure, you know what? In a sense, they're fucking losers. But at the other sense, it's like, maybe this could be an opportunity for them to see there is some goodness in some people. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not saying like I'm finna save their ass. I'm just saying that they can have a glimpse of something authentic and genuine that is there to assist and serve. You know, like I'm there to just uplift. You know, I'm a leader there. I'm a leader. So that's why they come off that certain way, but it makes sense. It ties into so much of society and trauma and people's environments and who the fuck they are to the root. But when you get to the root from a lot of people that are insecure and full of traumatic shit, it's just that they just been hurt, bro. They just been hurt. So when they've been hurt, that's why they come as a collective. And that's why misery loves company. And then when misery loves company, they're looking at somebody who's joyful and gives a fuck about their life, and they're like, yo, this motherfucker is fake. Because they're used to it. Because social media is fake. We got my brother Dave in the building. But what I'm saying is that, boxing plug, you know what I'm saying? But it's like when someone isn't fake, they have to be like, yo, this ain't real, bro. This is not happening for real. This is something that's, you are not who you say you are. But that just goes back to everything, bro. Just social media and society, dog. If anyone has any comments, please say it, bro. Because I this is such a biggest thing. That's why I put for the title, the power of positivity. When you're positive, you're a light. And it takes away all the, it brings all the moss, but it takes away all the ghosts and the shadows, whatever you want to say. But the power of positivity isn't really what people really think, bro. Positivity is great. Being greatness is great. Being a king is on the throne and looking over above the city lights. That's how I feel. That's what it is. But the thing is that people don't understand is that people don't. How should I say this? The power of positivity isn't necessarily positivity, because everything is order and everything is balanced. So if I'm positive and if I'm light and I'm giving out joyful energy, guess what I'm finna get in return? I'm gonna get joyful and positive energy too. I'm gonna get great, abundant amount of opportunities. But I'm also gonna get people that hate that shit. I'm gonna get people who are miserable, pessimistic, and it's just gonna happen once you are like that for yourself. Once you're pushing the power of positivity, as in you're shining your light, you know what I'm saying? We said this before, but imagine you got a shield of armor and your lights are beaming out of it, and then it just bursts, and you show who the star you are, because you know AllStar lifestyle. Once you really show who you are, you're not gonna attract the light and the love that you think you finna attract. Not love in a feminine way, but you're not finna attract the things that you think you finna attract. You're gonna attract challenge, bro. You're gonna attract people that don't like that you stand for such a authentic, positive lifestyle, bro. They're like, why are you like this, and why can't I be? But because I can't be like this, I'm gonna try to tear you down at the same time. Power of positivity. And that goes back into your mindset. It's thinking like, you know what, even though you're still trying to do this, I'm gonna still stay uplifted, because the fact that you're trying to bring me down shows me that I'm doing something right. It's a king's way, bro. That is what this really is. Power of positivity isn't all this joyful light shit that people be seeing on Instagram, that people be seeing. Bro, I seen a video where this dude was doing like this. You know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out to him. I hope his intentions were well. But this man was doing like this, and I'm taking the negativity away from you. From the screen. I hope I'm looking at the camera when I say this. This man was looking at the screen and going like this. And the title said, I'm taking the negativity away from you. What the fuck are we doing? And people in the comments were saying, I feel that. I can feel the negativity. Get away from me. Get the fuck out of here, man. What the fuck are we doing? But that's the shit. That goes back into why people will question positivity and joyfulness and authenticity. Because people like that, you know, maybe he's being honest, but honestly, bro, if you listen to this and if you ever come across this, stop doing that bullshit. Do some like in seminars and shit, like do in person. Like that's not cool. You know people are falling for that. But what I'm finna say is that if you impact people positively, do it in a different way. Not like that, bro. God damn, bro. It just goes so far. That's why people are so fucked up, because people like that gives them the trust issues. Because then maybe there's an allegation by that person. Or maybe this person starts being inconsistent. Maybe this person isn't who it really says. He just wants the money and the attention. Because people want validation. People want the coins. People want the money. People want that status. To be like, yeah, I got 300K. X, Y, and Z. Fuck that shit, bro. You know what's stronger than that? Positivity and being a light. Being an all-star. Shining for yourself and being authentic. That is the true power. Because people hate true power. People hate authenticity. People hate light. They don't like light. I said it before and I'm going to say it again, bro. Society doesn't like confidence. Society doesn't like authenticity. They say they do because it sounds right, but they don't. They fucking hate it, bro, because it shows them that what they're not. That's why it's winners versus losers. And you can easily be a winner if you choose or you want to be a fucking winner. But you don't want to be a winner. So instead, you hate on me. You get with some friends. You question me because I'm authentic to the end. You know what I'm saying? Like you moving crazy because I'm real. But that's just what happens. So you gotta choose your side, dog. You gotta choose what you about. You gotta choose what you want in this world. Hold on. In this world, bro. This world is yours. Again, I said this in the beginning, but a lady, she painted this for me. She said, it was for my birthday. And then if you listen to this, I appreciate you. But she said, this is the best thing I could that represents about you. This is you. And it's me holding the world. But that's what this is, bro. The world needs more authenticity. The world doesn't need more love. I said, fuck that, bro. The world does not need more love. The world needs more real. Because love is misery. People are bonding through misery. So if people are bonding through misery, they're bonding through love too, which is an emotion. Love is really just an emotion. Love can also be a knowing, but that's in a higher sense if we're going to get into that. But we won't get into that today. But what I'm saying is that because of that connectedness for the misery, their love, they feel like they know each other. So because they feel like they know each other, they feel like they love each other. They feel like they can talk to each other. And I feel like I know you. And because I feel like I know you, I feel like we can be together. So if anything outside of me or outside of you is going against what we saying and they think it's amazing, they're living their life to their potential and they're going hard every single day, then I hate it. It's not with us. It's suspect. It's suspicious. Because who does he think he is moving this way? Why does he think he's moving this way? What got him to this point? That's suspect. I remember this woman, she was like, you know, if you knew about my past, we seen someone moving like you, it was suspicious. Now, I don't know too much about past, but yeah, I don't really be moving no crazy. I don't move crazy, bro. I just be keeping shit cool and calm and collected. I'll say what's up. Be charismatic. That's it. The fuck we gotta talk about? We're here to do work. Yeah, it's a network club. We can network, but we're here to do work and move forward. That's what I'm here to do. What else, bro? Let's put some motherfucking stars in the chat. Let's get some stars in the chat, man. This shit get deep, dog. This shit get deep as hell. I don't think a lot of people realize, like, being authentic being pure, moving in his lifestyle. Bro, you become a mirror. Not in a bad way, but like people gonna be pointing their fingers at you more than often. So I wrote a couple things down, right? Hold on. Actually, okay. I was about to say, I ain't finna talk until I see some stars. Yes, sir. Gravities, appreciate the love, my boy. Thank you so much. Or lady. I don't know. You know, different usernames, different, you know what I'm saying? But I wrote down, life happens for me. But not life happens for me in a way of, like, affirmation. But life happens for me because every intention that I take, you know what I'm saying? What's good, bro? What's good is this bar sign. And it's this knowledge. You know what I'm saying? These paintings and this writing. That's what's really good. And wings from Wingstop. Lemon pepper, to be exact. And if you don't like Wingstop, to anyone listen to this, you tripping. But I say life happens for me because the more intentional I've been becoming and the more assertive in this world and action I've been taking what the fuck I want, life sees that. God sees that. The universe sees that. Whatever y'all believe. And because of that, excuse me. But because of that, I'm able to, life will always open their doors for me. Your doors will open as soon as you go for the direction that you want. Like, it's happening as we speak. You see this right now that we're doing, and then what's about to happen in the future. That is exactly what happens when you go exactly for what you want. Sure, maybe we got a couple people that's here on the live. Maybe we got a couple shares. Maybe we got like 3 likes or 3 comments. Whatever. Who gives a fuck? That doesn't matter. The whole point is that when life sees you doing what you do, you get exactly what the fuck you want. So life happens for me. Because life happens for me because I want it for me. I don't want it for nobody else. I don't want it for your attention. I don't want it for your validation. I don't want it for your audience. Because truth be told, put me in front of your audience, they're really going to be compelled by me. Because of the authenticity. But I'm not doing it for y'all. I'm doing it for me. Because I'm doing it for me from a genuine place of authenticity. You know how that manifests? That manifests for life happening for me. Listen to that, replay that, and reread. I'm going to keep this live up. Because that was some real shit. I also wrote down, I put this down in my story, but I'm going to read this, and then after this, I'm going to go ahead and go. What is that? Ambitious people are almost extinct. Fuck. I don't think people realize that. And I don't even think you realize that. But ambitious people, bro. Like, ambitious. I think that's why people really idolize them or whatever. People idolize ambitious people because they're not like that, or they know they can be like that, but because they know they can, but they don't want to do it, they would rather idolize somebody else because of whatever they have going on. And, you know, respect to that, and I wish you the best, and I want you to do the best for yourself. But ambitious people are almost extinct. I wrote down dominate or be dominated. You either buy or sell. Consumer versus producer. Eat or be eaten. And the real, listen to this part. Listen. The real fight isn't hands. It's the smiles. That's the real fight. Let me break that down just a little bit, and then I'm gonna go and get out. Why I said the real fight isn't hands. The real fight isn't this physical thing that we could do. The real fight is, hey, how you doing? X, Y, and Z. Turn around. Hey, yo, fire his ass. I got something on him. X, Y, and Z. The real fight is the smiles. The real fight is the people who you think can do the best for you. Now, I'm not saying you got no bad vetting process for who the fuck these people think they is. But what I'm saying is that the people who are really smiling in your face, and that's why they question me. But to me, I'm genuine. I'm not going to cross nobody. I'm going to get to the top because I know I can, and I'm already at the top. But the real smiles are those. Oh, man. This is actually, I don't even want to touch on that part, to be honest with y'all, because fuck it, I'm going to do it real quick. The real smiles, the real fight is the fakeness, the ones who want the power over you, the domination over you, and being like, I can get you somewhere, but it's only going to be under my control. The people who are fake smiling, the corporate people, the people that's up top, the people who will give you the best laugh, the best time in your world, but then they will cross you or they will do something about it. This is not from my experience. I mean, it's from my experience, but it's from things that I've seen in real life. Shout out to my mentor. Like, he showed me a lot of things. A lot of things. So the same people that people idolize in the world, or they can be like, this person is a savior. This person is, he's the best. He wants to give back to the charity. Like, those people, if you've seen Billions, you know what I'm talking about. It's Mike versus Axe. And, it's delusional monster versus self-aware monster. And the people that smile in front of you, that they're all about this love shit. They're all about this like type of, like, I want to do the best for the world. It's cool to do best for the world, but it's good to do best for the world for yourself, not because you want the world's validation. So, in reference, is that the people who say that they're the savior, that they're gonna do the best for you guys, they want to give back to charity. They're going to do best for the employees, the co-workers, whatever. Those people are the real monsters, and they're just giving themselves the illusion that they want to do out of love, but really they just want to do it out of the power and recognition. So, that's why I say, the real battle is in hands. They want to make you think that the fighting is hands. I mean, is the hands are fighting, excuse me. It's not that. It's the people who smile in your face. The old fat fucks with the white gray hair, the white button-ups, khakis, dress shoes. It's those motherfuckers, bro. That's the real battle. You think the people on the ground level is a real battle? Fuck no, bro. No. We got my dog Chris, young AllStar, my boy. But you think that the people, my dog, what's up with you, man? Good to hear from you. Hey, hit me on the back end. But the people who they try to make you think that the ground level is really the battle, but the ground level really isn't the battle. The battle is really mental, of course, because everything that controls you up mentally. But that's what they do. That's why they have the smiles. That's why they have the making you feel good. Even the content, the social media, the feel good content. The guy I was talking about with the grabbing the negativity out of that. And the guy doing this and trying to move in a certain way and saying, hey, you are your best self. You are amazing. See, I fuck with affirmations. I like affirmations. Good, bro. But the only thing that I don't fuck with affirmations is if you're using it as a Band-Aid. But that's what people give out. That's what they give out. And you, bro, you don't think these people know that? You don't think these people know that? They know it, bro. That's the real enemy. The real enemy is not the people on the ground level we can fight. It's the people with smiles. It's the people pushing out that content, man. Straight up, bro. Straight up. But that's why we're here. That's why I created We Are Evolution. That's why there's the AllStar lifestyle. That's why the young vicious tigers seeking their fangs into this world, getting what they want. That's why I promote individuality. Free thinking, breaking the algorithm, being who the fuck you are, and last but not least, I tend to switch my words up a couple times. Write the rules. Do not hesitate for what you want. I'm gonna show you guys one more time. This is how you need to be. This is exactly how you need to be. The word is in your hands. So I'm going to ask you, because I'm about to get off. Who we got here? We still got DJ and got my dog Chris in the motherfucking building, man. So my last question, right before I end the live, is what the fuck are you going to do for yourself? What are you going to do for this world? What are you going to do? Ask yourself that. And then move and do it. It's your host, Young Izzy. We Are Evolution. of the AllStar lifestyle. The young vicious tigers. Breaking rules because we going against all limitations and we're limitless beings in this bitch. I appreciate you. Thank you taking the time out right now. I really appreciate y'all taking the time out. I'm very grateful for that. Thank you. Until next time. Thank y'all viewing this right now. Thank y'all for doing this right now. Sorry, I know my voice is cutting in and out. It's been a very long night, y'all. And I've been projecting my voice a lot. So I appreciate y'all. Thank you for taking the time out tonight. Keep winning. Go win. No excuses. If you don't wake up with a trophy in your hand and you're like this, yeah. If you don't wake up like that, you ain't doing it right, boy. You ain't doing it right, sis. Straight up. Until next time, AllStar Lifestyle. Keep shining. No matter who's there, shine your light, dog.